Right, week 3 of the production of the music video for Delilah. At this moment in time, I have all pre-production paperwork together, excluding the artist press kit, of which I've already done about 50%. So, hopefully get that finished today. That's on the cusp of being done. At this point, the main problem that I'm sort of worried about is actors. Need to sort that out. I'm either going to have to put out a casting call, or hopefully, due to other projects, I'm due to meet some actors in the next maybe week or two. And the ratio of actors for that is 2 males and 1 female, which obviously the same applies to the music video. So hopefully, upon meeting them, I can just approach them and be like, would you mind maybe doing this project for us? I've got actors' contracts printed up, so should they be on board, that's ready to rock and roll. Location we were slightly worried about, but that's completely sorted now. We have the residence sorted. We have got a release signed by the owner of the residence as well, entitling us to film there and do anything we need in and around the surrounding of the house. Shooting permission, we need to get to the actual street, but that's just Kent Film Office. That should be totally straightforward because, as I say, we've already got an agreement from the actual owner of the house, so the street should be absolutely no problem. On the subject of actors, obviously there's 2 sequences in which someone pulls up in a car and someone else pulls away and drives off in a different car. So the way in which we'll achieve those shots is dependent on whether the actors A, have their full licence, and B, are not only insured on a certain car. So obviously we will have to figure out a way in which they can bring their car to the shoot, etc., or be able to drive another one. And I'm not sure if someone's personal insurance to just drive their car recreationally applies to being able to shoot with it and it to be on film. So I don't know how that's going to play out. But we'll have to see. If not, then there'll have to be sort of wider establishing shots in which we can get someone within the crew to drive their car that they're insured on, to make out as if it is the character driving that car, and then obviously afterwards they can just sit in it, etc. Another thing we're sort of not decided upon is, I said in my first diary, I don't like the word, but the weapon. We're obviously, Sunita we're very keen on the aesthetic and the visual style of Sin City in the sense that it's black and white, but there's contrasting colours like red, etc. And it really makes you sort of sit up and pay attention to what that subject matter is within the scene. And a great area in which that could be applied in this video would be blood, but as we previously mentioned, it doesn't necessarily have to be a knife that is, again, don't like the word, but used as a weapon. And should you smother someone with a pillow, they're not going to bleed out, are they? So there's no way in which to incorporate that sort of contrast of colour. So we'll have to figure out exactly what the weapon is. Hopefully we do that fairly soon, because obviously prop-wise, we need to seek these items out, buy them, but that should be very straightforward because you can just get them at Asda, and obviously I get a discount, which is always great. So yeah, we need to decide upon that, and then obviously from there we can weigh up whether or not we'll be able to employ that sort of style in certain areas. But regardless, we will try and find a way to incorporate some contrasting colour to the black and white, just to give it a bit of a better aesthetic. Produced a budget sheet, but obviously that's neither here nor there in the sense that all we need to do is cover catering for the day, just food, etc. for the crew and the actors, which shouldn't cost a lot. Completely filled out an equipment booking form, but again, that hinges on the actors because it's filled out, it's signed off, it's ready to go and handed in, but upon doing so we need to see what dates are available, and obviously if we haven't got actors at the moment, we don't know what dates they can do, we don't know what dates the equipment's going to be ready for, etc. So we really do need to get on top of the actors, and as I say, I'll have to put out a casting call if there's no way in which I can get the actors that are due to me on board with the project. But beyond that, I promise we are almost there. It sounds like we're not, but we are. There's just a few tiny details that need to be straightened out, as I say, like the weapon, etc. That's just concept-wise. In terms of logistics, production and things, we could film tomorrow if we were capable of. We just, as I say, need to get hold of the actors. But no, looking good so far.